Good morning, everybody. Was going to discuss railroad safety for a few minutes. Not very long, but just for a few minutes. I I deleted the video I uploaded the other day. It was something I really wasn't supposed to put on here for safety reasons. So if you saw it and you try to pull it up again and it didn't pop up, that's the reason why I deleted it for safety reasons. But I was going to talk about railroad safety for a few minutes, and I was going to discuss it last week, but just had a lot going on, especially when the weather was severe, even though it wasn't all that bad, thank goodness. Um, but somebody got hit by a train in the Hoover area. That's south of Birmingham, um, near the Jefferson and Shelby County line, but basically south of Birmingham. There might have been injured, but nobody was killed that I'm aware of. And they're driving on the tracks, and that's something I fail to mention every single time I talk about railroad safety. uh, uh, but but I'm saying it now remembered, since I remembered it now. But if you're um, but if you're going to work or anything like that, I would say school, but most of the schools are most of the schools are still out right now. I do know the Colbert County schools will start back tomorrow morning on the 8th. Uh, excuse me, that I'm aware of. Um, I wasn't sure when they were going to be starting back, but, but I found out last night or so they're starting back tomorrow on the 8th, and that's tomorrow. Excuse me. Um, but wherever you're going this morning or this afternoon or this evening, whatever time, today or tonight, if you're if wherever you're going has to end up being approaching a railroad crossing, no matter how many times it gets blocked by a train, whether it's moving or whether it's stopped or whether it's parked, doesn't matter. When you're approaching that crossing, you have to come to a complete stop and make sure all tracks are all clear. Whether it's just a single track or whether it's multiple tracks, doesn't matter. You have to make sure they're all clear when you're approaching them. That way you will not end up getting hit by a train, whether you're driving or whether you're walking. And if, if you're at that crossing and you know for sure all tracks are clear, there's no train coming, then you can safely and quickly get across and get to where you need to be going. But if they're not clear, and if that crossing starts to activate, such as the lights flashing and the gates start going down, when you stop, that they do not mean stop and go. It means when you stop, you stay stopped and stay where you are until the train is cleared and the gates and the lights have stopped or deactivated. Once the gates have went up completely and the lights have stopped flashing. And once that's the case, and you know for sure it's all clear, then you can safely and quickly get across. That's what you need to do. What you don't need to do is when those lights are flashing and the gates are going down, don't even think about going around those gates. And when those lights, if you're at a crossing that has lights and bells but no gates, when those lights start flashing, it means stop. It means come to a complete stop and stay stopped or stay put. It does not mean stop and go. It means a complete stop and stay put until all tracks are clear. And once that's the case, then and once the crossing is stopped, once the crossing is deactivated, then you can safe once the crossing is deactivated and you know the tracks are all clear, then you can safely and quickly go across. Whether you're walking or whether you're driving, do not go around. Do not. Once those lights start flashing, it means come to a complete stop. It does not mean stop and go. It means stop completely or automatically and stay put until they have deactivated and the tracks are all clear. And if you're at a crossing that has lights, bells, and gates on them, once those gates are down, do not go around them. Don't even think about going around them. Because one, it's against the law, and two, you be putting your life and the life of those around you in danger. Now, I know there's times where the crossing may malfunction, and that happens. But that does not mean that you have any business going around those gates at all. Once they're fully up, and once the crossing is deactivated, then basically just don't go anywhere until that crossing is deactivated. Don't go around the gates. Whether it doesn't matter if you're walking or driving. Do not go around those gates. There's no excuse for it at all. And if you do go around those gates, you better look both directions. Make sure there ain't no train coming. Because if you go around those gates and there's a train coming, then you're in big trouble. You'll be risking your life and the life of those around you. You know, that vehicle and the property that's in it can be replaced, but a life. So keep that in mind right now. Let me check the time right quick. Alright, in 2 minutes I'll be getting off this video. But now if the train is stopped, just turn around and find an alternate route. That'll be either a crossing that is hardly ever blocked by a train, or a route that either does not cross the railroad tracks, or does cross the railroad tracks but is hardly ever blocked. And that's what you need to do, is just find an alternate route that either does or does not cross the railroad tracks. Don't even think about trying to walk through that stopped or parked train, because you never know when that train will start moving again. Plus, it's against the law to walk through the stopped train anyway in the first place. And if you did that and that train started moving, you're going to end up falling off the train and end up getting ran over and injured or killed. So do not even think about trying to walk through the stopped or parked train. Doesn't matter if it's one or two, don't do it. You'll be risking your life. And don't be driving your four-wheeler or anything like that on the tracks. That would be trespassing on railroad property, and there is no excuse for it. Alright, it's 9:20. I'm going to go ahead and end this video right now. I'll do another one later on today. Y'all have a good day, and I hope to see you at McDonald's this morning from 11 a.m. to 2 or 3 p.m. this afternoon. Have a good day and be safe.